Good afternoon, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 3:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday, August 26th, 2021. We're here to talk about iExec or RLC. And before we get started, this is not financial advice. The video is intended for educational purposes only. Click the subscribe button, click the bell, click the thumbs up. Let's get people to understand the greatness of RLC. We're under pressure, so we're going to talk a little bit about that in a second, but if you want to stay up to date with the intraday updates, I have a feeling things are going to get a little volatile over the next day or two. Definitely subscribe to my Twitter link. It's below the video in the box somewhere. Anyway, going straight into the RLC US dollar pair, we're at 451. We are definitely under pressure here. Now, this is the under pressure, what we're talking about. Now, it's only been a day, barely. The problem here is we need to get back fast. And there's a couple of things that concern me with this is specifically around the fact that we might start seeing some Bitcoin dominance rally. I don't know yet, but we're going to go into that in a second. This is still a fairly bullish pattern trend. It's just this end point here is a little concerning. So we just have to keep our eye on it. It doesn't mean that we're going to spill out in the next day or two, but you never know. It is crypto. So let's just go into RLC Bitcoin pair and take a look for some more clues and actions. We're slightly below, again, a couple of bars below. This could be a wick and then a bounce back up. I prefer it not have went down this low, but we'll take it with a grain of salt. We know how choppy this stuff can get, so you gotta. Unfortunately, because it's not such a liquid product, you will not see a nice clean trend. But anyway, so what we're looking at here is a fairly decent support line on the orange side, but we're slightly below it right now. Let's see what happens in the next 12 to 24 hours. Bitcoin's in a good path. We're still in the channel. The upward channel. It's just on the bottom end of it, so I'm not a fan of it. I wish we would go a little higher, but it's okay. As long as we're still in the channel, it's important. A couple of other things on the Bitcoin dominance pair. If this is where I think we might start to see a potential overperformance on Bitcoin, whether it goes up or down relative to the altcoin market. So again, if the Bitcoin dominance pair should start going up and Bitcoin goes down, that means altcoins will go down even more on a percentage basis. So we have to kind of, we have to see how this plays out here, but we're still in the channel. We should start to go down again, but it is, channels and trends are meant to be broken from time to time. So it's been in the trend long enough. We'll see if this thing reverses. If you're a holder of Bitcoin, what you kind of want to see, but not necessarily. Looking at the price action right now, we're still on the bullish trend of Bitcoin. So, again, RLC US dollar, not exactly where we want to be. It's a little risky here. Now, if we start to trend back down, we could hit $4 again, folks. I hate to say that. It's a 10% to 12% downward move. Could be head and shoulders here and a downward move down to the $4.15 to $4 range. In the meantime, if you stay up to date with the Twitter, I will definitely be tweeting this out tonight. Also, a couple of things. I want everyone to take a look at this site. I have no affiliation with this site whatsoever, but the Messari site, I know it sounds Italian, right? Messari.io/screener. Now, I thought RLC was, this particular website will break down by category all of the cryptos. So for example, if I go back to the main site, you can filter out your Web 3.0 types of cryptos. They do a pretty good job of this. The only thing they didn't do too well, in my opinion, was to point out that RLC is a Web 3.0 product, but they have it under a different heading. So if I do a screen for this and I look for RLC, they have it under a different category than Web 3.0. They have it under the shared compute side, which is fine. I consider shared compute also kind of as a part of Web 3.0, but nonetheless, there's some good detail here. in terms of what its current market capitalization is, as well as a whole host of other details. So very much very interesting stuff here. They also have news on it down here, which is great. I think it's great. If you're an RLC holder or any kind of altcoin holder, you'll get a plethora of news as part of that. Anyway, hope everyone's well. Stay safe. Again, if we're gonna start checking down here on the RLC US dollar pair, it looks like we might be in for a potential 10% drop. I'm not saying necessarily we're going to get that 10%, but you never know. This looking a little bearish on the RLC Bitcoin pair, but again, too soon to call it. And then, of course, Bitcoin still bullish here, folks. Anyway, hope everyone's well. Take it easy.